Hi everyone. If you are like me and trying to explore the capabilities of OpenAI's ChatGPT, but getting frustrated by this error message that you get when you try to access it on the college network, then this video might just be for you. So the problem we're getting here with this error message actually doesn't have anything to do with it being blocked or the fact that we're not allowed to use it on the college network. It's a broader issue that TCE need to solve before we'll probably get access. So whilst I can't fix this problem and can't get you access to OpenAI's ChatGPT through this video, I'm hoping to show you an alternative that I actually think is much better. So we're going to get out of OpenAI's ChatGPT and head to bing.com. Now, once we load up bing.com, we want to check that we are actually logged into the page using our Ryan credentials. So you must be logged in to access Bing Chat, and you must be logged in with our Ryan credentials to do so. Once you've done that, we're going to find this little blue chat icon up here and click on that. This will load Bing Chat. Now, if you do get an error message when you click on that chat icon, the error message probably has something to do with not being able to access chat using Safe Search on Strict. To get around that, it's very, very easy. We just need to go up to this three-dot hamburger menu here, and you'll see Safe Search is set to Strict. We just go in there, and you'll probably find that your location is currently blank. If you just type Townsville in there as your location, and when you hit save, the chat will reload into this page here, and you'll have full access. So there's no issues with that at all. When Bing Chat loads up, you'll see that we actually have access to the enterprise version of Bing Chat, which is really nice. And you'll get a green icon up here that shows that we are in protected mode. So our personal and company data are protected in this chat. So we should be able to feel relatively safe with entering information into the chat window and not having that used for training the model any further. It should be protected for us. So that's pretty much it. From here, you can access Bing Chat and use it just like OpenAI's ChatGPT. I like to click over to the more creative mode. I find that I get some really nice responses when in creative mode. And it actually opens up a few more possibilities for what Bing Chat can actually do. So go ahead, use it, have fun, and see what you can do using Bing Chat. But if you'd like to see why I actually think Bing Chat is better than OpenAI's ChatGPT, then listen on and I'll show you a few things that it can do that ChatGPT cannot. The first thing you probably should know is that Bing Chat is actually using version 4 of ChatGPT. Now, if you're using the free version of OpenAI's ChatGPT, it's actually using version 3.5. And at this stage, 3.5 has no access to the internet, and the database that was used to train that model stops around about, I think it's November 2022. So it knows nothing about the world post that date. Version 4, however, does have access to the internet, so you can actually ask for information that is completely up to date. And if you want to access that through OpenAI's ChatGPT, if you want version 4 there, it'll actually cost you, I think it's around about $20 per month to get that kind of access. But here we are getting version 4 through Bing Chat without any cost. And again, for us on our Ryan account, we actually are getting the enterprise version. Now, because we do have internet access through Bing Chat, we can do some really cool things like ask you to summarize websites for us. So I've got just this news article here. I'm just going to grab the URL from that news article and copy it and go back into Bing Chat and ask it to summarize this article for me, and simply paste the URL and hit enter. And there we go. After a fairly short time, Bing Chat has read the article for us and generated a lovely dot point summary of what was in that news article. Now, I wouldn't take this as gospel. It is something that if you were using, you'd want to check the source carefully. But why read a full article to get that bit of information? You can very quickly get it summarized for you by the AI. Now, one of the other really cool things about Bing Chat is that it's actually now capable of image generation. Bing is again here powered by OpenAI, and OpenAI's image generation platform is known as DALL-E. Now, traditionally, DALL-E isn't actually all that crash hot at generating images, and most people were using models like Midjourney, Leonardo, Stable Diffusion, and some of the others that were much better at image generation. But very recently, version 3 of DALL-E was released, and it's shown to be much more capable of image generation. And Bing Chat is actually accessing DALL-E version 3 for its image generation. So how do we use it? It's actually really easy. Firstly, we need to be in the more creative mode to access this, so make sure you're on the purple screen. And then all we have to do is ask Bing to create an image for us as part of the chat that we are having. So I'm going to try one here that's going to be a little bit sort of out of the box, I suppose, something a little bit different, and just see what Bing Chat can do with that prompt. So here I've put in a prompt: please create an image of a border collie wearing a cowboy hat while riding a horse on the surface of the moon. So it's a little bit abstract, a little bit out there, and all I've had to do is ask it to create an image. And when I hit enter, it is going to now, I guess, plug into the DALL-E 3 model and generate that image for me. And there we go. After a relatively short period of time, just like any other image generation AI, we get 4 alternatives to pick from. And given the prompt that we gave it, that's not a bad output. This first one here looks pretty cool. And yeah, we've got a border collie riding a horse, wearing a cowboy hat on the surface of the moon. Now, because we're actually now in a chat with a chatbot, we can talk about those images and ask for it to make some changes to those images without having to completely reprompt the image. So let's go in here and ask it to please change the cowboy hat to a space helmet. And we don't need to do anything else about letting the chatbot know that we are still wanting a border collie on a horse on the moon, etc. We're in a conversation, so just like you would with a person, we just ask for the change. It's going to go and reassess those images. It'll recreate its own prompt and regenerate another 4 images, hopefully with a space helmet. And there we have it, another 4 images, this time border collie riding a horse, surface of the moon, but wearing a space helmet. And here's one more really cool thing that Bing Chat is capable of. I've got an image here of a refrigerator with some contents of the refrigerator. Now, Bing Chat is actually capable of having an image uploaded and analyzing the contents of that image. So we'll stick that image of the food in our fridge in, and we'll ask it to please identify all the food in my fridge. Now, that's not my fridge, it's just one I quickly grabbed off the internet, but it could just as easily be a photo of the contents of your fridge that you've grabbed off your phone, and you can upload that to Bing Chat and ask it to identify the contents of the fridge. And again, it doesn't take too long to go and analyze that image and come back and return all the contents that it can see in that image that are in the fridge. So I can then take that and say, well, given that we've got those items in the fridge, can you please suggest some meals I could make? And it is going to now assess the contents that it's identified from the fridge, and is going to have a think about what sorts of meals we could create from those contents. And then we have a few meals suggested based on what it identified as the contents of the fridge. Now, I might not be a particularly good cook, and I might need some more detailed instructions on this. So let's please provide some instructions on how to cook the stir fry. And notice I had a typo in what I put in there, but Bing Chat completely understood what I was asking for. And again, this is still all based on that original uploaded photo and the contents that it identified in that photo. Its suggested meal, and now we're getting some detailed instructions on how to go about cooking that meal, which is pretty clever. Now, from my understanding, is this actually works really well if you have very few contents in your refrigerator at all. So if you're running low at the end of the week and there's not much sitting in there, you can easily ask Bing Chat what to create with the few items that you might have in there. And it'd be interesting to see what it came back with. So whilst I'm not what you would call a Microsoft fan, I really do think that Bing Chat and what they've created here with Bing Chat is quite a useful piece of software. And I think given those reasons, it is actually a better platform to use rather than OpenAI's ChatGPT. So please go off, have some fun, give it a try, and let me know how you go and what you come back with. Thanks, guys.